This is the 2023 Jeep Wagoneer L Series 3. Back in the late 1980s, Jeep introduced this as a mid-sized SUV along with the Grand Wagoneer. This was known for not having too much space, but it was known for having a lot of luxury. Now, in 2022, Jeep reintroduced this as a full-sized SUV that was absolutely humongous compared to its competitors, the Tahoe, Yukon, and the Expedition. So now with a new model known as the L, which tacks on another 15 inches of length, and the new Sequoia that is out, is this new Jeep Wagoneer L the way to go? Let's go ahead and find out. Alright, let's move on to the exterior styling. The Wagoneer L wears a bold and handsome look to it for the Series 3 model. You have Jeep's signature 7-slot grille design with extra bling for this top trim level and tons of chrome throughout. For the Series 3 model and for all models, Jeep provides a fully LED headlight design with LED fog lights, projector style headlamps, and a normal turn signal as opposed to the Grand Wagoneer sequential turn signal. And as far as the wheels go, we have 20-inch alloy wheels for the Series 3 model, and these will be very good for off-roading if you would do that. Sidewalls are very meaty, and it has a nice comfortable ride. Now let's move on to the side profile, and first impressions, this is huge. So first things first, power running boards will not be included on today's tester, and the moldings down below will be blacked out. The way you can tell a Wagoneer from a Grand Wagoneer is that the trim around the windows will be blacked out. $86,000 for this car, and you don't get power folding mirrors. You have to step up to the $110,000 Grand Wagoneer for that. However, you will still get heating, blind spot monitoring, and auto dimming. And now coming to the back of the Grand Wagoneer, as you can see, very sharp and bold design with gloss black at the bottom and in some other places too. You will notice here that you do not have a bunch of gloss black smeared everywhere like you do in the Grand Wagoneer around the license plate area. Jeep will also provide fully LED taillights with a brake light at the top that goes all the way across and reverse lights that will be at the bottom. So now coming to the interior of the Jeep Wagoneer, as you can see, very similar to the Grand Wagoneer that I reviewed about a month ago. So starting with the door panel, you see very nice wood trim, soft touch material along the top, and some nice leather throughout here. The bottom part will be finished in plastic, plus you have a bottle holder and a large storage pocket. Also, the Grand Wagoneer will have the very premium Macintosh audio system, which you do not get on this Wagoneer. Coming to the seats, they will be finished in a very nice Napa leather with perforation. I love the seat color. This is a kind of a whitish color, and it is absolutely amazing. And here you do have 12 ways of power adjusting, including the 4 ways of lumbar support. The Grand Wagoneer will double that with 24 ways and an adjustable headrest. You will also get power pedals on this Wagoneer. Alright, first thoughts of the Jeep Wagoneer. Very nice interior overall. I'm definitely feeling why you should buy the Series 3 model. You have a very nicely leather wrapped steering wheel with a Wagoneer branding right there. Very nice wood right there, and the bottom will be flat just like the Grand Wagoneer. Coming to the gauge clusters, you can adjust them so you can hold OK for the digital or analog. However, I am not the biggest fan of these turn signal stocks. They just seem so cheap for a nice car like this. Now, coming to the materials, not as nice as the Grand Wagoneer because you have soft touch material along the top, nice wood trim that runs through here, gloss black plastic right through here, and some more wood trim that goes throughout here and over the cup holders. Now, speaking of the center console, you have a lot of storage because you have a little bit of storage here, but you also have a ton of storage in here. It goes down super deep, and I think you could fit all of those things that your kids bring home to you. On top of that, you have 2 cup holders and a storage place and a wireless phone charger. In addition to that, you have a USB, and 2 USB-Cs with a headphone jack and an HDMI port for the passenger side. You also have a 12-volt power outlet. Not sure who uses that these days. Alright, now moving on to the climate controls and the center screen. We have physical climate controls. The Grand Wagoneer had this part as a screen. However, I do prefer this a lot because that screen was very glitchy in my experience with it. You have 3 zones of climate control. You can also control part of it with the screen. Now, the annoying thing is that you can only control the fan speed with the screen. Now, the heated steering wheel will be located right here, and you also have 3 stages of heated seats, 3 stages of ventilated seats, and a heated steering wheel. Now, taking a look at the backup camera, you will have a 360 view with a very high resolution backup camera. Now, this is very important for such a large car like this so that you make sure that you don't hit anything. You also have many different views and active trajectory. Alright, and now coming up here, you do not have a sunroof. However, you do have your trunk release and emergency SOS with a sunglasses holder and a mirror to watch the kids. Alright, so that is going to wrap up the interior for this Grand Wagoneer. So let's go ahead and get into the second row and see what it's like back there. Alright, and now coming to the passenger side, this is a very important place as well. And it shows. The $86,000 you pay also pays off right here. Same materials, very nice wood trim, and gloss black right there. Not a fan of this big fingerprint magnet and dust magnet. Now, the seats will also be same Napa leather with 12 ways of power adjusting. Alright, now inside the passenger side of the Jeep Wagoneer, first of all, we have to push that button because that is going to be opening up the center screen right here. As you can see, quite a bit of glare, but this is angled away so that the driver cannot see what you are doing. So you have navigation, so that can actually transfer to the driver's screen so that the driver does not have to take their eyes off the road. And I feel like you have a fam cam right here. But you can pair your phone with this and the HDMI port that I was talking about earlier. It does connect to this so that you can play video games or watch YouTube or whatever your heart desires. Now, aside from that center screen, we have very nice wood trim. The glove box will be finished off in plastic, and you get a glove box that is actually a bit on the smaller side with felt lining inside. Okay, so here we are in the second row of the Jeep Wagoneer Series 3, and I've got to say, before I started filming this car, I was impressed and also not impressed at the same time. Let's get into it. Door panel, pretty much the same material, soft touch plastic, wood trim, and leather, and some plastic down here. Lots of storage space and a bottle holder. Cannot fit my 40-ounce Stanley cup, but you also get sunshades right there, which will be helpful so that if you have like an infant that is sensitive to the sun's light, you do not have to put one of those suction cup sunshades. Getting in is pretty easy with the running boards, and as you can see, plenty of legroom, and this seat is slid mostly back, so I don't have as much room, but you can see plenty of room for me. Seat back pocket right here. The back of the seat will be made of plastic because we don't want dirt on the back of the white seat. So I think that was actually kind of smart, Jeep. Back here you have same nice wood trim and your climate controls right here. So you can, you can control that right here. You also have 3 stages of heated seats, no ventilated seats, which will be very unfortunate considering that you are paying $86,000 for this car and you don't even get ventilated seats. I am very disappointed in that. So you also get a household style outlet, 4 USB ports, and that same socket that I still don't know who uses. You also have a little tray for a couple Twinkies and 2 cup holders. These seats will also slide and recline, and you have a secret little vent over there. Coming to the 3rd row, now I know this is where I'm gonna see a lot of improvement over the Grand Wagoneer I have reviewed, because we are reviewing the L model, which is 15 inches longer than the already humongous Grand Wagoneer, which I think is absolutely insane. So the seats does not fold up right now, but I'll be getting back here anyway. Alright, in the back seat of the Jeep Wagoneer, and wow, I am impressed right away. Look at that. Plenty of legroom. The seat is at its normal position. I am so impressed over the normal Grand Wagoneer. Like, look at all this legroom. My knees are not even like raised up a bit, because most of the cars, including the Toyota Sequoia, I'm like up here because of that hybrid battery. In addition to that, you have a cup holder, large storage tray, 2 USB ports, and the ability to recline the seats. Don't know if you can see that. And this, you actually have a little storage bin down there. And I am just so impressed with the amount of space you have. Also, another convenience feature is that you can put up or put down the 3rd row seats by just folding the seat forward in case you forget it and you don't want to go all the way to the trunk to put it up. And now coming to the trunk space of this new Jeep Wagoneer, I am very impressed by what I've been seeing. So first of all, you can kick your foot underneath the trunk with the key in your pocket and the trunk will open right up. And look at the amount of space you have back here, guys. I don't know if you can see this, but you are looking at 44 cubic feet of cargo room, plus a false floor to store tons of stuff. You have a little power socket, and well, you have some hooks right there, tied on hook here, and you can lower the 3rd row and the 2nd row from the trunk. You can also lower the 2nd row, however it does not come back up like the 3rd row. Like its sibling, the Grand Wagoneer, this normal Wagoneer gets a 3-liter twin-turbo 6 under the hood. This puts out a little bit less than its sibling at 420 horsepower and 468 pound-feet of torque, versus the Grand Wagoneer's 510. Now this has slightly improved fuel economy from 2022, sitting at 16 and 23 on the highway in the city. Now, you will also have a 10-speed automatic transmission that is paired to this engine, which is very smooth and responsive. For 2023, the Jeep Wagoneer enters a new level with competition now that they added the L model. This no longer competes with the Tahoe and Expedition, but now competes with the Chevrolet Suburban, GMC Yukon XL, and Ford Expedition Max. Now the Grand Wagoneer is probably not the best out of them, except it is the biggest one that I've ever seen, and it also has the most space out of all of them. However, it does lose a couple things that the others have, like power folding mirrors and ventilated 2nd row seats. So if those things are a must-have for you, then maybe you should consider the other ones. This Jeep Wagoneer L tacks on another 15 inches from the Grand Wagoneer and the normal Wagoneer at 230 inches long and 84 inches wide. I am super happy with my time today with this Jeep Wagoneer L Series 3. This is a great car, and I'm very happy to see an alternative to the $110,000 Jeep Grand Wagoneer. This is a great choice in 2023. But you comment down below, what would you get? Would you get this, the Suburban, Yukon XL, or Expedition Max? You comment your thoughts down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.